What's up, guys? Synthetic Division here. Those are the bulk axes, as you can see there. We've got 5 of them running. The one that says block found is actually the one running the hottest. 73 on the voltage regulator. Now remember, these are all stock configured, okay? So let's get it unplugged. Let's get it set up on the bench. We're going to install heat sinks. And I want to try the heat sink on the back of the ASIC because I've been getting suggested that one a lot. So let's give it a shot and we'll see what happens. Okay, guys, we're here at the bench. Got the supplies I'm going to need here. I've got some copper heat sinks. These are the GeekPi ones. I'm just doing copper on this one because why not? I've got a bunch of copper left over, so let's get them done. So one of the things I'm going to do is back here, I've heard if you put a heat sink over the ASIC, basically the pads, it helps. But you need to be careful because there's some little components right here. So you don't want them touching. So I'm thinking we may put one, that might be too big. We may just put a little guy right over the top of it. Let's see if that drops the ASIC temp. So let's go ahead and get these put together. So let's grab our big boy first. I'm not going to use that big of one. I think I'm actually going to use that big of a one. That'll be on the front over those pads that are right by the charging port here. I don't know why I call it a charging port. This is the flashing port and then the barrel jack. So it's going to be right in there, okay? So let's get that one, the paper peeled off of it and get it placed first. That's the easiest one, and yeah. And I like to use the tweezers because it helps me hold on to them. I've got pretty unsteady hands in my old age, so remember, you do not want this touching or touching anything near that. So let's get it right about there, and we'll place it just like so. Hopefully it's not glaring too hard. Let's get the paper off the screen. We'll get that one placed. Now remember, this bulk axe was 73. So let's get the next one placed. This one might be a tough one because I'm thinking to probably use a little bit longer of one because the GeekPi, let me look in the other kit. I've got a bunch of these. I got 2 kits of these GeekPi ones. So I just want to see if there's a better heat sink for that one. I don't want too big of one. I don't want it overhanging and being awkward. So maybe we'll just use the little guy. We'll get that one put on. We're in a good spot there. Yeah. That'll put on. And then we'll get another one put on. Now remember, to keep them from hitting on the avoid bit rack, we have to kind of stagger them up a little bit high towards the edge there like that. So we'll get that one put on. Okay. And we're going to put that one just like that. Put it on there. And now, like I said, you can come through and use 2 fingers like this to help get them on there. You need to make sure they are secured. You don't want them falling off. And then we're going to put another one back here. Now, I was just looking at it, and I wonder if putting it like this would help. Again, we don't want it touching anything around it, so we're going to have to be super careful on the placement. But if we put it right there, I think we're in good shape. So let's use another one of these big boys right there. Or maybe a square. Let's look at the square. We got another small square. That might actually be better. So if we put it right there, I don't want it touching anything around it. Yeah, that one's a little close to stuff right here. So let's use this rectangle one. We're going to put it like that. We'll see if that helps with the ASIC temp. I don't know. I've seen placements all over the place, but I think that might be our best way to go, is just using a rectangle shaped one, small rectangle. And I'm going to use the tweezers for this so I can place it correctly. Now, if you see my head in the video, it's because I'm blind and I have to take my glasses off to see close to make sure I'm not getting anything. So just a pre-warning. And I think we're going to go right there. So let's pull that up. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. So let's go ahead and just leave that there. Now, who knows? I could just fry it like that. So, but yeah, there we go. We've got heat sinks placed. I am blind as a bat. I should probably get like bifocals, but yeah. So we got one there, one there, and one there, and we'll see if that helps chill out that voltage regulator because this one was running hot. And remember, these are stock settings. They came to me overclocked, and I had to turn them down because I thought they were going to burn up. But yeah, I think that'll work. We got heat sinks placed. I'm going to pause the video while I change the thermal paste because thermal paste changes are pain. But give me just a second. I'm going to do a quick pause, and then I'll show you basically what. So, basically what you got to do is you got to push this up. You can see that right there, and then pinch it to pull the heatsink off. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to pause the video. All right, guys. So look at that. You see that bald spot right there on the chip? That's not good. So let's get this cleaned off. I've got some alcohol and some wipes, and we'll get this thing cleaned up because that's pretty bad thermal pasting right there. I kind of figured it would be. So let me pause the video one more time. I'll get it cleaned up. Taking this off wasn't too bad. Just remember not to let these launch out because they will. And you just got to pop them back in like that. I had one to go flying, so I had to go search for it. But here we go. Pause the video for a minute. All right, so we've got this cleaned up. We've got the board cleaned up. I'm going to be using MX6. I've got it in bulk, so it's good stuff to get. Let's go ahead and get it started. Okay, guys, so that's about all you need for the thermal paste wise. Remember, when you're putting your heatsink back on to position your fan correctly, I'm going to go ahead and put it back together. This is really hard for me to do on camera, and it may be some point, I was thinking about it, maybe I should do a live of this one time. I think it'd be kind of fun. But yeah, we'll get this put back together. I'll pause the video real quick, get it assembled, and then we'll go back to getting it set back up in its stand and everything. So just one sec. Okay, we are fully assembled. We've got our heatsink on the front, 3 on the back. We're doing the test with the ASIC one, and we are re-thermal paste. I will say this, one of the things that drives me crazy about these Bitaxes is these plastic things, dude. When you're trying to pop them in or take them out, I've had more than I can count just fly out, and then I have to go searching for them. And I'm blind, so, that's not nice. Let's go get it set back up. I'll take you back over to the computer after about 5 to 10 minutes of running, and I want to see what it's doing. All right, guys, so here we are. 7-minute burn in, and that's our temps. Did the heatsink on the back help? It might have. Did the thermal paste help? Definitely. Did the heat sinks on the voltage regulator help? Absolutely. We're 12 degrees to 12 to 13 degrees lower. Okay. We lost 5 to 6 degrees on the ASIC by changing out thermal paste and adding a heat sink on the back. Again, I might have to test it with just the thermal paste and make sure, but I'm thinking if I can hit like 125 or 150 subscribers of doing a live of me just going through most of my Bitaxes and servicing them and maybe doing a live service maintenance. You know what I mean? I think it'd be kind of fun. I've never done a live video. I think I did a recording of Mech Warrior Online a long time ago, but I think that's it. But yeah, definitely helps, guys. Heat sinks, thermal paste. It's something you should keep on hand when you're running Bitaxes. Learn to maintenance them. I hope that my videos can help you maintenance them. I have a lot of good videos about where to place heat sinks and stuff like that. So share it to your friends if they're buying them. But for sure, guys, we're doing a lot better now. Now, once I get these in the new bit track that I'm getting from Avoid Bit, it's going to be a really nice, cool looking color one. Then it'll be better. It'll have that jetpack on the back to blow air right at the back of those heat sinks on the back, and they'll really help. So the next one that I'm going to do is I'm going to do an aluminum one, just like before, where I do aluminum and copper. I'm going to take the next highest one in my ranking here. So if we look at my temps here, let's go to by host name. So in the bulk axis, it looks like bulk ax 3, this guy right here, has got the next highest voltage regulator temp. They're, like I said, out of the box, most of them are running really high on that voltage regulator. So just a test to quality, but I think we can fix the quality problem if we just go through them. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. I know it was a little bit of a long one, but hey, we're just trying to get the best information out that I can, and I want to help you guys with your Bitaxes. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'll leave a link to the Jellyfish Discord. I'm over there. I'm a staff member there. Please feel free to hit me up. I can answer any question that I can help you with. And there's some cool stuff going on. We got Poker Night. Brandon Coin is running a virtual Jellyfish coin mining test right now. So if you want to get in on that, you just throw a message in there. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching my videos. Like and subscribe. Peace out.